So if I'm going to the doctor with my relative, how do I get the doctor to include me in the recovery process?
Well, let's see. The question is, if I'm going to a doctor with my relative, how do I get the doctor to include me in the treatment and the recovery process? So, first of all, the only way you can get the doctor to include you in the treatment and the recovery process is if your relative gives the doctor permission to talk to you, to speak to you, or to invite you in to a session with you and your relative. Because of the HIPAA laws, the only way today that you can be part of the treatment team is if your relative agrees to do so. But you can do these things as a parent or a spouse or a sibling or whatever you are in relationship to your relative, or a child with a parent with a brain illness. You can write a list of the symptoms on a piece of paper that you're seeing now, and you can fax that to the doctor. So the doctor can take all the information from you. He does not have to give you any information about the treatment unless he has permission of his patient, your relative. But you can give all the information you want to the doctor, and a good way to do that is to fax it to him, because then he definitely gets it. And don't make the descriptions of the history of your relative or the symptoms that you're seeing too long, because doctors don't have time to read much of anything. So short and to the point, and then the doctor then is at least forewarned and forearmed as to what may be going on with your relative's brain, even before your relative gets into the session with the doctor. And you can say to the doctor, if you'd like to be part of the treatment team, to encourage your relative to say things like, you know, Mom or Dad know more about you than anything, so why don't we invite them into the session here, because they could be part of the problem. And I could protect you as your doctor from your mom being too a golfing or to a meshing or whatever, if we could invite her to the treatment team. So will you allow me to invite your mom or dad into a session with us? And give the doctor some words how to include you in it without invading the privacy of your relatives, and also that your relative will get more protection from the doctor if the doctor knows your actual parent or your actual spouse. So that's the best solution I can give to that. Many doctors just simply refuse to talk to family members. And their job's easier, they feel, without talking to family members, because then they don't have all of the emotional trauma of the family members along with their client who has a brain illness. So good luck with that.